Entering menu narration pop-up. Do you want menu narration? No, turn it off.
Welcome back to Dynasty Mode. I'm Reese Davis, and it's time to kick off your next Let's Choose Your Rosters. If you're looking for the latest EA Sports recommended roster featuring more than 1,000 additional players, choose the active roster option. Or you can select the rosters from our original launch with a default roster option. Here is where you can customize your Dynasty experience. Similar to last year, here's where you'll modify your settings from the updated list of available options and customize your conferences complete with unique rules and protected rivals. It's now time to select your team. Would you prefer to take over an established contender or build a team from the ground up? Pay attention to each team's prestige rating, represented by the number of stars next to each team's name. Teams with a higher prestige will be ready to compete for the college football playoff right away. On the other hand, lower prestige teams provide a greater challenge to build into contenders. The choice is yours. Time to figure out where on the coaching staff you want to start. Whichever role you decide on, you'll receive new coaching opportunities throughout the season via the coaching carousel, and it's all based on how well your team performs. Now for the fun part. Here, you'll create a coach of your own or select an existing one. If your plan is to create a custom coach, you can fully customize your coach's appearance, backstory, and starting skills. If you're going for an existing coach, EA Sports College Football 26 has more than 120 real head coaches and more than 190 real coordinators to choose from. All existing coaches come with an established set of skills and team bonuses to begin. Congratulations, it's time to sign your first coaching contract. Now pay attention to the expectations of the role. Failing to meet the university's expectations will land you on the hot seat and potentially looking for a new job when the coaching carousel rolls around. Welcome to Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, and while it is indeed home to the 2021 Super Bowl champion Buccaneers, it is also the home field for the USF Bulls and the clash that we have in store today. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a team from the American, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Bulls have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. Oh, what a chance to set up the offense. Takes it inside the 35. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. So the Boise State Broncos offense will have the football first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It's
lots of room to run. There he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the USF Bulls offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And you could tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up. But how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Bulls need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. He leaves it with his back. He stopped short, and it's fourth down.
And, man, that's a great job by this defense using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score. They get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about adrenaline and really being able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop and force a fourth down.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Let's talk for a second about Boise State. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere.
It's him in stride inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He's piled up 65 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put him.
It's a seam wide open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Bulls headed quickly to the line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Fires left. Turns it on in midfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. And the Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. Yeah.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Wide open downfield. Push down for the tackle. The Bulls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll do it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. From the gun, the running back has it. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. He now has 72 yards on the ground in the first quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. The Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And the Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They bring the punter onto the field now. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On the ground, it's Norton. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
Loses 3. Let's go. 3rd down coming. Single.
That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Brown will throw it. Bringing the heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Hunt is on its way. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. This time he's got him. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Give to the running back. He's inside the 10. Across the 25, he's got room. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
And a big run for this offense. I'll tell you what, first game, first half, you want to create as many explosive runs, make the offense as easy as possible to start the season, and that will do it. Nice explosive play by this offense.
The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Madsen. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But, man, the one thing I cannot do football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
Looking for room. It's Isaac. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run. And the Bulls will hustle to the line.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case.
That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Set to advance on the football.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Boise State ready to send out that offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Time to take a shot. Wide open, he makes the catch. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. With the run on 1st and goal. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Here we go, here we go.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Not a chance. Missed it. And despite the missed field goal, the lead still at 16 points.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Brown wants to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Bulls line up to punt it away. He's got it. Slips through the line. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. And with the ball in a spot like this, David, they might try to get something on the board before the break. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot, and I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
And the Broncos come to the line in the hurry-up. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Madsen. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 3rd down.
Ooh, quarterback quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. The official says no good. And despite the missed field goal, guys, there's a bright side. They're still up by 16. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Tampa. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Raymond James Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
He's brought down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this offense has just been moving in quicksand. Brown will throw it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Bulls send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to the run. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
On target to the left. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here we go. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Madsen. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Boise State. And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
They're setting up the screen, and maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love screen passes on offense, and you got to do them in different ways. To the running backs, you can do them to receivers, do them to tight ends. Didn't gain any yards on that one, but don't be afraid to dial that play up again later.
Wiggles free. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got it in the middle, it's Sullivan. Tackle was made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down. The Bulls will call on their punt team. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air, it's Madsen. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Broncos racing to the line in a hurry-up. Tries to get it on the ground. Runs for the tackle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Clock winds inside a minute to play here in the third.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Make some noise. It's 3rd down.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's 1st and goal at the 9. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you...
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Broncos.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pulls it in. It's Nimrod. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the end of the period. Boise State has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. From the gun, the ground game. Gets it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Catch in the middle. It's Powell. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been
just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the top, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Broncos!
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
To the air on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Here's the handoff. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. And the Bulls will punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Boise State ready to send out that offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out. Everybody right now on the same page.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Past the first down marker and still running. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. The give on the option. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And how about this defense? They got the donut going. And here's one thing I'll tell you about the donut. Late in the game, you're talking about on the field. We want to finish this thing and keep that 0 on the scoreboard. No matter who's in the game, who we rotate.
They come up with their 2nd safety of the game. You don't see that very often.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Looking for space, it's Sherrod. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They go right back to him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They had.
There he goes. He's loose. He's at the 10. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. The home team is just destroying the competition today, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The away team has done nothing to stop this offense. This is ugly today. They're up by 28 over the Judicials. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, you're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Bulls will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And the Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Quarterback running on the draw. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. And here comes the field goal team. Salt, meet open wound. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one.
Well, we talk about how rain can affect the passing game and ball security, but affects special teams as well. This kicker has now missed 3 field goals.
Wants to throw on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Brings up second down.
Okay, ready?
The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you